Okay, people, how is everybody? This isn't going to be a long stream because I'm all talked out, worn out from yesterday, but I am going to do a few shout outs and talk about yesterday. So, yesterday morning we got up bright and early and we went off to UTK. And what a marvellous day it was, eh? It was absolutely brilliant. And, well, we got off at Charing Cross and that's to walk all the way. Okay, people, how is everybody? This isn't going to be a long stream because I'm all talked out, worn out from yesterday, but I am going to do a few shout outs and talk about yesterday. So, yesterday morning we got up bright and early and we went off to UTK. And what a marvellous day it was, eh? It was absolutely brilliant. Okay, people, how is everybody? This isn't going to be a long stream because I'm all talked out, worn out from yesterday, but I am going to do a few shout outs and talk about yesterday. So, Yesterday morning we got up bright and early and we went off to UTK. And what a marvellous day it was, eh? It was absolutely brilliant. And
shall I interject with the occasional giggle? Little a virtuous chuckle. No Schadenfreude for you, Michaela. I don't want to see you suffering. I want to see you learning. I want to see you changing. If that takes some sort of hardship and stress, well, it's a difficult one, isn't it? Because you have caused so much suffering and you continue to, and you lie about people that are doing everything they can to protect children from the most serious of violations, violence, and death in some cases, and which in some ways is worse when the children are still alive, you know, suffering the control, oppressive, violation, assault that you are enabling. When you make up things like Ella was living off grid, you just made that up, you stupid fuckwit. You just made that up. She was living in a house in Hampstead, a house, a full-on house, like with walls and doors and windows, a house in Hampstead, which is like a real place, like an actual built-up place. Off grid, you fucking moron. You have got so much to fucking learn, so much to pay for, and let alone so much else, so much else. That's not very nice, AJ. What shit MK Ultra tactics you have? And there's John, if that is your real name, talking about, where is it? You've already written so much shit already. I haven't read any of them. Yeah, I read the start of this one. When you're finished with your amateur MK Ultra technique of repeating monotonous song and tunes. But that was just a song by Jan Tiersen. We have our other tactics of playing powerful, impactful creations to express certain dynamics. You are ridiculous.
well, we got off at Charing Cross and had to walk all the way down, obviously, because all the Sasha, because all of the transport and that was all over the place and where you could go, you know, it was all cordoned off and everything else. So we got down to where it was and met all the other people that were going there. And honest to God, it was a wonderful day. It was a brilliant day. I didn't see any violence.
This is the words of conviction where you've already said it was wonderful, and then now you have to say honest to God. So there's a chance that you believe that you weren't being sincere, authentic, and then you have to say honest to God to just clarify that you definitely meant it. Strange.
I didn't see anybody even have an argument. Did I see some funny things? Yeah, I certainly did. There was some bloke there dressed up as a queen. I don't know if he meant he was a queen because he was dressed up as a queen, but yeah, that was kind of weird. I mean, he would have looked more sort of like he would have suited the other side, I think. But hey ho. And I met a lot of people. I met loads of people. So I'm going to try and remember everyone that I met. And if I forget, I'll have to give them a shout out later in the week. So, first of all, while I was there very early in the morning, I met Hannah's before most other people arrived. And there I was sorting out the tags and the names and everything. And I heard Jeeps. And I turned around, she went, "Why?" I was like, "Hello." He went, "I'm Hannah's." I went, "Yeah, I know who you are. I can see you." Yeah.
That was something, wasn't it? That was something. Oh God, we're gonna have a lot of this. I think I'll just not say much. We're just gonna let her express herself. I may comment more when it comes to Roy's and Bab's appearance.
And so I went over, he gives a hug, so I got a hug off of Hammers. And whatnot. And then I went down to where the church statue was, and all of a sudden, I got, you car. And I turned around, and he says, me, Roy. And I said, oh my God, you look different than when you're on camera, which he does. I can't say this as well, right? Near enough, everybody I met yesterday looks 10 years younger in real life. And I'm talking about everybody. These cameras, they're...
What fucking... The way her fucking mind works is just so pathetic. It's just so pathetic. Fucking moron. Oh dear. You are fucking so... You're going to be so shamed, Miss Michaela Onyevosa, 7 Jane present. Elton.
They're aging us all. Right? So I see Roy, I got a hug off him. I see Cos. I see Sploosh. I see Stripey. Obviously, I didn't get a hug off them. I don't think they were into hugging. But shout out to all of them. And then, you know, we got called back to the stage area because someone come over and said, yeah, Cos was there. Yeah. Someone said, oh, you know, we need you back up the stage area because people are not going to the Churchill statue for their passes. We need you up here. They keep turning up at the stage. So we went back up there. Then I met Autism Dad. He waited a photo for his wife. And you saw Hector stewarding on the live stream. Oh, nice one. So he wanted to think for his wife, because his wife was a big fan. So shout out. Yeah. And then I met Ricky. Yeah. Big up to Ricky. And Ricky with the Rose. Yeah. Big shout out to him. He waited a photo. And then I couldn't believe it. Zach. Now, Zach come over and he said, my missus watches you all the time. And can I have a photo for her? I said, I'd ask. So yeah, it was a brilliant day. And we did get interviewed by Banksy. But Banksy, being a smart guy, has put it on members only. Yeah. He's put it on members only, and you'd have to pay 99p to go and see it. But not only me. Oh, BB. Oh, BB. I nearly forgot BB. BB came. I got a big hug off BB. He was there as well. So AY. Yeah, but if you want to see the interview that me and Hector had with Banksy, you've got to pay 99p to be a member. He's put it on members only. I'm going to have a word with him and ask him if he can cut those 2 bits out so I can show people, but he might not let me, and that's fair enough. It's his footage. But yeah, no, it was a brilliant day. I didn't see anybody that did anything nasty. My only sadness is I didn't get to meet Curse. I went to meet Curse. Didn't get around to that. I didn't get to see Babs. I know Babs was there, but I didn't get to see her. And Vanda, yeah, I was open to her, bumped into you. It was brilliant. Yeah, I did pop onto Paul's this morning, Paul Foulkes. Yeah, but it was I didn't see DP there. I don't think he was there. I don't think he was there. Obviously I see Tommy, Ginger Tony. I didn't even get to see Carla. I did get to see Shell UK, Free Speech UK. Got to see Shell and her sister. And of course, most of the acts. I got to see most of the acts. See Craig Houston had a chat. See Billy Moore had a chat. See Cole Benjamin, but he was in a rush. I think he was doing a speech or something, so he needed to get up. Yeah, saw Sploosh. See Sploosh. It was yeah, it was nice meeting all these people. It really was. And I'm glad I did. You know, I'm glad I did because it's always good for the next one. Next one, hopefully I'll get to have a bit more conversation because I was bloody busy yesterday. I was busy. And even when I was sitting down, because I'll tell you what I did. I fucked my knee up, didn't I? I fucked my fucking knee up because, so I was in a bit of pain yesterday because when we had new security who decided the layout, right? And so they decided that this tiny little gate was going to be big enough for every yeah, saw Sploosh or had a chat. See Cole Benjamin, but he was in a rush. I think he was doing a speech or something, so he needed to get up. Yeah, saw Sploosh. See Sploosh. It was yeah, it was nice meeting all these people. It really was. And I'm glad I did. You know, I'm glad I did because it's always good for the next one. Next one, hopefully I'll get to have a bit more conversation because I was bloody busy yesterday. I was busy. And even when I was sitting down, because I'll tell you what I did. I fucked my knee up, didn't I?
Interestingly, the knee represents pride, and in the sort of esoteric sort of body speaks the mind medicine, and the knees represent pride. It's quite interesting. So she damaged her knee. I actually suffer with the knees from time to time without expressing too much, but I get this temporary pride. Well, it's only an interpretation, so obviously you don't take it on your own interpretation. But yeah, pride it affects many people, lots of people, if not everybody, in some respects, on how we deal with that feeling and insecurity, self-respect, all these things. And the left would be past, and the right would be future, or the coming would be the right, and the left would be, memories or feelings of times gone by. Oh, thank you, Clyde. See if you can change your ways, yeah? Like Mr. John, if that is his real name. Not Aston, it's the other one, isn't it? The other one near it, Schofield. Was it something Schofield? I forget now. And then we don't know where this one lives currently because he doesn't want to give out his address as a location because he thinks people are wrongly. Like you said, what did you say, AJ, about creating false narratives? Like Owen Jones, whatever his name is, creating false narratives. Even if he does play on anything for his channel, to say someone creates false narratives. I had to get that one out there.
I fucked my fucking knee up because. So I was in a bit of pain yesterday because when we had new security who decided the layout, right? And so they decided that this tiny little gate was going to be big enough for for everybody to come in and come out. And I tried to tell them, because this was before UT came out, I tried to say to them, that little gate there, when Tommy comes with his entourage and you've got to get him in quick, you ain't going to be able to manage it. And they were like, no, it'll be fine, honestly. We're big lads. We're security. We'll take care of this. And, of course, Tommy comes along, completely misses the gate because it weren't obviously signposted. It weren't in an obvious position. And part of the fencing had to be sort of opened up just to let Tommy and that in because of the crush. It was just weird. But at the same time, the rest of the crowd was searching behind. So I had to climb up onto this thing to be shouting at people, this way, the gate's here. For fuck's sake, gate's here. And I did that. That was fine. But then, for fuck's sake, gate's here.
A little bit of psychoanalysis, Clyde. You're so on top of all this. Is that a real laugh? Is this a real laugh from her?
And I had to climb up onto this thing to be shouting at people, this way, the gate's here. For fuck's sake, gate's here. We're security. We'll take care of this. And of course, Tommy comes along, completely misses the gate because it weren't obviously signposted. It weren't in an obvious position. And part of the fencing had to be sort of opened up just to let Tommy and that in because of the crush. It was just weird. But at the same time, the rest of the crowd was searching behind. So I had to climb up onto this thing to be shouting at people, this way, the gate's here. For fuck's sake, the gate's here. And I did that. That was fine. But then as I come back down, where this thing that I'd stood on had a metal plinth underneath it and it was on an uneven ground, as I stood down with that leg, my ankle sort of slid a different way and my knee's gone a different way. Oh my fucking good God, the pain in my knee. Oh my God, it shot right up my fucking leg. And then after that, all I had was this horrible fucking pain in my knee. I might even have to go to doctors Monday if it don't calm down. But apart from that, everything was brilliant. Honestly, it was amazing. The speeches, big up Shell, the lovely lady who come onto my panel You know, she did a brilliant speech. If you didn't see her, you need to go watch it. She looked beautiful again as well. Oh, she had the loveliest outfit on. She did a brilliant speech. All of the speeches were good. I would say that the turnout was slightly lower than the last one, but still massive. Bigger than what the BBC is saying. They're saying only 50,000. That's a fucking lie.
Fuck the BBC anyway.
Yeah, so I'm going to put a quick StreamYard link out in case Babs wants to come up or anyone else to have a quick word. And then we're going to go and have a look at what Danny Unfiltered did. Because instead of coming to the UTK, he infiltrated the left. And oh my God, what a shabby march they had. So we'll have a look at what they had, and we'll have a good fucking laugh at them because.
Oh, I think I'm going to be sick, everybody. Is anybody else feeling queasy right now? I'm going to speed it up again.
Obviously, it was a shit show over on the left. So I'll see if anyone wants to quickly pop up, and then here she is, and then after that we'll do that. Hello, Bab.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, worn out. My fucking knee is killing me.
I know, I'm absolutely fucking exhausted, to be honest. And I'm so sad that I didn't get to even find you.
Do you know where we was? I was down on the left-hand side by the gates. What you should always do is ask how you get into backstage or media, and then you'll find where I am. Next time.
The thing is that I was walking around to start with, because obviously we went there before you lot even came, before the march.
Oh, right.
I do universally send you both love still, regardless of how evil you may be behaving, and you're scared. It's so understandable, you know. So it's not understandable, I suppose, in such. It's totally explainable and comprehensible. You know, to understand, to stand under is in the temporary instance, in that moment of when the empathy is on your personal situation. But when there's victims, when you affect others, this is where we have to be more objective about things. You know, it goes for everybody. We're not just singling out. You often think it's just about you. You know, you find it, you get taken things very personally all the time when we could speak about things more broadly or other people or something. You know, it's always comes because every one of you is such an important energy, such an impactful energy against anybody, against everybody, sorry, against others. So but yeah, you are going to get help. You really are, AJ. You know, however much of a monster you may believe yourself to be, however much you think you can't get helped, and you are not. You know, if you do stay alive to be around long enough until we get the intervention, and you, John, you know, as much as you may be this really sick person who just comes out with the most horrible things and really just tries to destroy good people for when they're really, really trying to help the world and help children and help everybody. It really is hard, but you know, those that need the most love find it hardest to ask as well. And that's what I've always stuck with from early on. And the truth doesn't fear investigation. And this is possible. It's definitely I've definitely been under a lot of stress and everything else. So that's probably likely, yeah, as well, to some extent.
Yeah, we didn't do the march. We never do because I always want to get down the front. So I was walking around. Obviously, you weren't there then. And once everybody got there was no chance of going anywhere.
So I got there before they'd even put the railings up at the front.
Oh, okay. Well, I
was there
a couple of times, but
you just didn't see me. What you should have done is probably looked out for Hector as well.
Yeah, possibly. But yeah, it was a good day. It was fine. The speeches were brilliant. Yeah, I saw AY. AY
Yeah.
gave me a shout out. So yeah. Didn't really see a lot of people though. But
Oh, I did. I
just so
saw
many
everybody.
there. Yeah, it was
I
just
saw
so
everybody,
many.
but a lot of people were wandering off from the stage and from the main area to go and film because people want to film different stuff, don't they?
Yeah,
They,
of
they
course.
don't. They don't want to have the same old thing all the time.
No.
But I
of
saw
course.
loads of people. I met all the people that went up on the stage. I see people backstage. I see people front of house. Yeah, I saw it everywhere.
Oh, that's so good. But yeah, it was. It was a good day. It was. I'm tough. I made the effort to go. So yeah. But of course, we got the nasty little rats that are like out there.
Ignore them. Ignore them. Just ignore them.
Yeah,
weren't
exactly.
yesterday brilliant, Roy? Weren't it brilliant?
You know what? My highlight was meeting Jupiter. Even though
He's got to say that, hasn't he?
I got a
Yeah,
card,
of
mate,
course.
and I'll tell you what, you want to get one of them, man, I'll tell you, it's one to remember. And
I'll tell you something though.
Go on.
Someone come up to me. I did laugh. Someone come up to me and went, "You do it?" I was like, "Yeah." Oh, can I have a picture? Because my wife really likes your show. You're giving it welly to some old bag called Moon, ain't you? I couldn't stop laughing.
My wife loves your show. You're giving it welly to some old bag named Moon. This is what she's got out there. The braid. Oh my lord. No, this isn't the case at all, John. As being vegan is not about what you eat. It's just that's a like a consequence of the principle of not exploiting animals for anything, avoiding all animal testing, animals that have been used and abused for bread, for clothing, other products, furniture at times, and all sorts of food. It's not just meat. And one day maybe you'll realize what meat has done to us. I used to lust it. I used to it was a habitual addiction to eat the flesh of a living being. You said you were having vegan for tea a minute ago, AJ. What was this? I'm having a vegan meal tonight. And now you're saying I'm having grass-fed beef for tea. What the fuck are you on about, lad? Oh, what do you mean? What are my clothes made of? Why are you really just? Are you really just gonna try and like use? What are you? Where could this even go? Where could you even go from there? Anyway, let's just read one more and then we're gonna get back to it. Oh, well, it's the same one. Oh no, it's not. Wow, you're weird, lad. You are weird. Oh, AJ, you are sick. You are sick, aren't you? Oh. Can I do an impression of AJ? Trying to remember what he sounds like. It's been so long. Oh yeah. Are you trying to say? Are you trying to say it's not? Did I even bring up the vegan thing? I don't know if I did I? Anyway.
Brilliant.
I was like, that's what I'm fucking known for.
Yeah, you're known for giving Moon welly.
Yeah.
No,
They said, "Oh, she's awful, isn't she?" I was like, "Bloody hell!"
Oh,
man.
well done. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
it's
that's
so funny.
great. That's really great.
I was
Oh,
happy about that. I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, fucking hell."
Yeah,
Right,
no,
it
that's
was-
great. That's the best thing I've heard.
It made me laugh as well, Babs. I was like, bloody hell.
But the thing is, so the left, yeah, they think it's okay. So Dave's put a post up this morning saying, "Oh, I see the racist."
Okay, maybe the last one we'll interact on this. I can't remember how it came up in the topic, whether it's because AJ mentioned this about the grass, the beef. So I didn't know about internet cables. I didn't know anything about this. If that's got any truth in it, then that's something I'm going to have to look into. I'd never heard about it being animal products. I don't know if that's true. There's nothing I've ever come across. So I don't believe that. I don't know. I can't imagine on face value. I imagine I would have heard about that by now, all the research I've done. And why would you bet I wear leather? Well, most people don't generally wear leather, do they? In general, I don't wear leather. I have a pair of waterproof boots that were leather, and are still leather, which I got not long before I learned about the animal abuse and exploitation and stuff, and decided to make conscious changes. But I kept them and I sprayed them. Instead of they were black leather. I sprayed them to make them noticeably different in terms of like so I sprayed them blue with some purple and brown on in a kind of they look cool. But yeah, it's just so I can say to somebody, yeah, I did this just as a kind of statement against. But I didn't want to get rid of them. But yeah, it's an interesting one. But yeah, okay, right. Where's this about cable? All right. No, you're just not being sincere. You're just not sincere people. We're just going to get on with this.
So it didn't turn up in town, like trying to make hardly anybody turned out. So, but then the left were calling for Tommy to be hung and to be shot in the neck like Charlie Kirk. Yeah,
You know,
so fuck all about that.
they were putting they were putting banners up with stickers on. If you look at Danny
Yes, I've
Roscoe,
seen it. Yes.
this is fucking unbelievable. I'm telling you, it's over the top.
Yeah, well, Keir do a great big statement about that tomorrow. Let's see. Do I need to think about it? No, he won't.
You know what? I'm disappointed. You know what disappointed me the most? Really, I mean, I got emotional when Tommy started talking about Charlie Kirk. Because I've known Charlie Kirk for years, 11 years now. He come over here about 11 years ago.
Yeah.
And we went to meet him, we went to see him. And I started crying. And I got really emotional. Yeah, proper emotional. And the other thing that really disappointed me was that Rupert Lowe never signed. I'm like, what are you missing the trick here, guys? This is a fundamental moment in your political career and you fucked it. Because he hasn't settled his beef with fucking Ben Habib or whatever. And I'm like, this is so fucking immature.
I don't know about that because I'm hearing through the grapevine and on some shows that I've seen that there might be Ben Habib might actually end up over with Rupert Lowe.
I hope so much. You know what?
Oh my God, that would be so good.
If that happens, did Paul Falk talk about it today? He put a wicked little short out earlier. I fucking have to say, you know what? Well said, Paul.
It was on Dan Wootton's. They're suggesting that he's going to be deputy, but they haven't definitively said. But yeah, it looks like Dan Wootton always has a whisper before anyone else. Let me tell you.
Well, you know what? If that's true, Dukes, then Ben Habib got up on stage, and he's representing him. If that comes out, if they come out soon and say, yeah, we're gonna join forces, because the right has been practiced.
Oh, okay. So Theresa said that ain't happening. Dan Wootton was talking past tense. Okay.
All right.
See, that's a shame.
Oh my goodness. We'll see anyway. Let's wait and see. Because look, the plan was that Rupert Lowe was going to announce his party later on this year. He had to move quickly because the elites were moving forward, right?
Yeah.
With this Farage mirage, right? So yeah, and he brought it and he just started rocketing, right? So it's all been pushed forward. Now, do we want Tommy's calling for a by-election now, right? Sorry, a fucking general election now.
Yeah.
I don't think. I mean, I didn't think it was a good idea at the beginnings. Me and Danny Roscoe said, "I don't know about this, man."
Yeah.
However, you know, if we do push for one, he could go for, which I believe he's going to do, and that's for a coalition with the Green Party, and that's the last thing we fucking want.
Oh God, yeah.
The Green Party have been infiltrated 2 years ago. I told everyone this for 2 years. I said I got in with the Pallies, and I told everyone. I said their next move is to get in the Green Party and take advantage of the white liberal, stupid fucking women who run that place, and they're vulnerable. We can take advantage.
That's what they've done,
and that's Islam. That's how Islam works.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not.
Yeah,
So
the
it works,
Muslims
right?
have taken over the Greens.
Yeah, I told you. I was greening it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Labour Party are now succumbed into this rape gang bollocks. You know what I mean? They're a part of it because they covered it up. But they're disassociating themselves from that. You see what I mean? See how they work? Take you. These people are here to take over. They're not here to assimilate. They are here to take over.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, right. So, you know, people like me, they call us super far right, white nationalists. But we're not. We're just patriots. We're patriots who
It's
understand.
just ridiculous to suggest that anybody that I saw yesterday was extreme. I didn't see no extremists.
Absolutely amazing.
The only extremist I see turn up got arrested. And that was probably for the better, because if they'd have walked into that crowd, I'm not so sure that it would have stayed quiet. There would have been a bit of a ruckus, I think.
Well, it nearly kicked off with Tommy. When we was marching down, there was me, Curtis, AY, John was there, and Tommy appears out of nowhere. He's got all his bodyguards around him.
Yep.
We're right next to him, and AY was actually in the loop. But he knows AY, and he knows everyone. So, and I was right next to him, and then I didn't even see him, to be honest. And then they started marching down, and then this big guy, he was about 6'4", 6'3", like about, you know, must have been 20 odd stone or whatever. Started giving it to one of the security. And then AY gets in his face and tells him, "Get the fuck out. What the fuck are you doing, guys?"
Oh, is there footage of that? I'll have to go look.
I don't know if AY's got it. But yeah, he had it with the geezer. And I saw it, I think, this is going down in a minute. But the security was so fucking well behaved, it was unreal. Even the security were well behaved, even though they were like tight, very, very tight. You know, the last thing they wanted to do was have a skirmish with it. And this bloke looked like he should have been taken down. You know, if that was outside the nightclub, they'd have took him down. But they was very patient with him. You know what I mean? You could feel it. You had to be there to experience it all, really.
Yeah.
But you know what my highlight was? One of my highlights. Remember I told you we'd all meet up at the church.
Oh yeah.
In the fields. Well, we all went there, and John came, and Ben and his sister, and I'm sitting right beside the church. I said a little prayer for myself and my friends and whatever. And then this little old lady come and sat next to me. I started talking to her, right? Laura Lou, not Laura Lou, the one on YouTube or anything like that. She was a pastor, and she lived in Lincoln, and she travelled down on her own because she said, "I had to be here. I had to be a part of this moment." Because she said it's history in the making. And I said, "Well, have you got friends here?" She goes, "Yeah, I have. I've separated from them, but we're all going to meet up at the station." I said, "You can stay with us." And then we said a prayer together at the church. Wow, how uplifting. You know what she did? She went, "Are you on X?" I went, "Yeah." "What's your name?" And I gave her my name on X. And I said to her, "I promise you, I'll get in touch with you. I'll come up to Lincoln." She's a pastor in this church in Lincoln. It's absolutely amazing. You know, if you're into architecture, like I am, and churches and what have you, it was just a blessing. It was a complete blessing. So I'll text her, I'll let her know. I'm just waiting for her to reply, and I'll be on my way to Lincoln next week.
Oh, that'd be nice.
60, 70 years old she was. She's going to last week.
Oh, Banksy, let me drop the link for you. Can you do me a favour? I know that you're keeping it on your members only for a little while. Can you send a copy to me so I can use mine and Hector's? I'll leave it a week or so because I know you want to get as many as possible, but I want to see the interview that we've done. I want to show people them.
Who did you do an interview with?
Sorry. So this bit, she assumed she assumed that he had it on members only, so he could get more memberships. He's got 5 people members at 99p each, or something like that. He says, and he never generally gets more than 20 watching. And there's the same few people chatting rubbish on the panels all the time. But she says that he's keeping it membership to try and get as many members as possible over the week, which it just turns out that his recording had failed at parts, so he was keeping it in members only. So when it uploaded, he didn't put it public until he had adjusted, what do you call it, fixed, mended, I don't know, whatever word, the recording. So yeah, it's so silly.
kids?
60, 70 years old she was. She's going
Oh.
last week.
Oh, Banksy, let me drop the link
She
for
don't
you.
know.
Oh,
Can you
Banksy,
do-
I haven't seen Banksy
Can you
for
do me
ages.
a favour? I know that you're keeping it on your members only for a little while. But can you send a copy to me so I can use mine and Hector's? I'll leave it a week or so because I know you want to get as many as possible. But I want to see the interview that we've done. I want to show people them.
Who did you do an interview with?
I did it with Banksy, but he's been really clever, hasn't he?
Oh, I see.
Anybody
Yeah.
who wants to see mine or
Come on.
Hector's
You gotta
interview,
bang him a
they've
couple
got
of
to pay his 99p membership. It ain't much to pay, is it?
No,
You know?
no, please, nothing. Oh,
Yeah,
my
so if you want to
God,
see it, go over and get it. But I do want to review it in a sort of like about a week's time. So if you could do that for me,
No,
and
that'd
then
be
send
good.
it, yeah, please, to jupiteraffiliated@gmail.com, and then I can still review
Is
it. But
Banksy co- is
don't worry,
Banksy
I'll give it a
coming on?
week. I'll give it a week so that most people have paid to see it for then.
Oh God, this is just so. Oh dear, what a moment! What a moment in her public presence.
Wait, Chicks, you want to see what Kirsty made for you, man? It was unreal. It's
Is
so
Banksy
Banksy
cool.
coming on?
She's gutted she never met you that day, yesterday. She's,
I
unreal.
missed this. What did
See
Kurs
you
make?
later.
What did
And then I
Kurs
can still
make?
review
Is
it.
Banksy co- is
Don't worry,
Banksy
I'll give it a
coming on?
week. I'll give it a week so that most people have paid to see it for then.
Wait, Chicks, you want to see what Kirsty made for you, man? It was unreal. It's
Is
so
Banksy
cool.
coming on?
She's gutted she never met you that day, yesterday. She's, she really, really wants to see you. And she
Hold on, say that again because I lost sound. Go on.
right. Kirsten, she really, really wants to meet you yesterday.
I know, I was so. Do you know what happened?
Go on.
I sneaked off a bit early.
That's what I just explained. What Banksy comes to explain. Sky, Karen Irvin, Sly Works. I just explained that Banksy comes on and says it's because the recording had issues. That's why he had it on membership for the time being. He wasn't trying to make money off of it. It's just Michaela's ego. It's just ridiculous.
So I was like,
Yeah,
my
yeah, you
nick
said, yeah.
Robert, right? And everything was under control. So I just went like to the others. I said, look, me and Hector, we're going to leave a bit early because I don't think I'm going to be able to manage the crowds with this knee, and I'm going to need fucking sit and stuff. So yeah, we left a bit early. But that pissed me off. I wanted to say this as well, right? Why is it if people want to leave, the police won't let them? That's fucking ridiculous. You're
I
basically
know, that's
I know.
ridiculous. That is absolutely fucking nonsense.
the only way that they let you out is to go all the way down the fucking
All the way around here,
all
around there,
through the
yeah.
crowds and everything. And I think that's out of order.
Yeah, it's a tactic. It's a tactic. They use it all
They
the
do
time.
that every single fucking
Yeah.
time. Every single fucking time.
But anyway,
Yeah.
Chris,
Yeah.
you want to see what Kirsty made for you? You are going to love it. You're going to be blown away by it when you see it.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't
Yeah,
wait.
but
I'm
you
really
put into it as well.
disappointed that
I
I
know,
didn't
you
get
know.
to meet first again.
Oh,
Because I
listen,
wanted to have a conversation with her, sort of like
well, you know
off
what
the
you can
record
do?
privately. I will sort out once my knee's better, Roy.
Yeah,
I'll sort out a day and you
we'll
can
go for a
arrange
pub
it with her.
lunch. We'll do a pub
Yeah,
lunch.
and we'll
Yeah.
go out pop up without it being for any sort of like
Sorted.
activism. Yeah,
Yep,
we'll do
that'd be
that.
lovely. You, Hector, me,
Curse, we'll ask Gay as well if you want
and
to.
See.
AY and John. AY and John, that's got to come. No, it'd be a
Yeah,
wonderful day.
Skyworks, you'd have to publicly condemn your creation of Hoaxstead WordPress blog, Hoaxstead Research. You'd have to apologise personally, put public apology out to Elisa and Gabriel and everybody else involved, all the other children. It was a terrible thing that you took on there, Karen. However you got involved, whatever you were compromised by. It's really, really, really sad.
Right.
Spabs if you want to, yeah, I'll ask
Yeah.
you.
If you want to tag along, girl, you're more than
Yeah, I
welcome.
will. Yeah, definitely. Okay, look, I'm going to go back in and chat to a couple of people.
All right.
I'm absolutely gutted I didn't get to see you, but I will. Okay.
You
What
will.
about me? You're not going, you didn't see me either. Stick of it. Fucking stick of it.
Who did you? Let me let Banksy up. Who did you meet, though, Babs? Who did you see?
I saw AY. I saw Amber, Maxine, all that lot. I can't think. I think that was it. We were just literally crushed at the front and just couldn't move. Just literally couldn't move. But it was fine. It was great. We were surrounded by some really great people. We had long chats with them, and yeah, no, it was great. It was good.
I was worried about Kurs because I said to her, go to Holborn.
Even on these panels, Skyworks, what you've done to you've enabled people like Valerie and that Urban Roops, whatever his name is, that so adamantly you're one of the kind of the front runners for always jumping in and saying that the children made it up, or they were got coached into saying it, or to push the cover up. You were always front of the game along with Karen Irvin. You're alter ego. So, and then there's people like Urban, who I think is just a night. Well, actually, we have more suspicion about Urban, the way that he does seem very, very uneasy about things a lot of the time and very invested. And he does seem to have disappeared somewhat, but then again, that's he hasn't been on Michaela's, but also where's Ricky Freeman gone? Where's actually I should check the channels actually at the moment. Let's just carry on with this.
They shut the train stations down. But the night before we said, Waterloo would be the best place to go, so I went to Waterloo. She went to Waterloo, got the connection there, got in. But she was at the other end of the, the beginning of the march where the stewards were at the front on the Kingsway. She was behind. And I'm like, fucking hell, there's fucking thousands of people. She's right at the other end. But she was with the football lads, so she was in good hands, you know what I mean?
And you are a trier. I know you, I think you, no, it was John that said I'm a trier earlier. But you clearly, I mean, that's a really elaborate, or a really phonetic way that you've tried spelling that. But you clearly have had some, your education has been stunted. I think you missed a large portion of certain foundational literacy concepts. So I'm almost certain you were put through some severe abuse as a child. You clearly have been put through severe abuse as a child. I don't put these things, especially not on child abuse, but I would lay a pretty firm assertion that you have been through some very severe adverse childhood experiences, as they say in the health medical field. Adverse childhood experiences.
She was like that with him.
Yeah,
and
well,
then
big up to the football lads, because they did sort of like let people know and have a call out as well, didn't they? That was
big
nice.
up the football lads, man. They've really started
Together for the children. Yeah,
yeah. And they really, when Tommy started the Telford thing, they weren't really interested. They weren't getting involved, and we was like winding them up and saying, look, you're not fucking worried about the kids and the women and all that shit. And
well, no, you say you were winding them up. I don't.
Oh, yeah. But I did. You know what? I got to meet a few of them, and I said, look, this is the biggest thing ever. Telford. And then they came to the next one, and we had from 300 to 3,000. John came to that as well. I brought John down. And I'm like thinking, wow, this is growing super fast. Our next meet up was outside Parliament, 20,000 of us, then it was 120,000, and then it was fucking, 2 million or 3 million?
It's just brilliant. It's brilliant that all the different factions come together and the respect people have for each other.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That's what I admire, because they might criticise each other a little bit online. They might not even get on at times.
Yeah.
But when it comes to that event, everybody is welcome and they're treated with respect, because we understand the right is the right. So, Banksy, let me speak to Banksy. How are you?
Hey, Jupes, I'm good. I hope Hector is good as well. I hope you're good. Hello, Babs. I'm sorry I missed you.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe it. Oh, well.
Yeah, I know. It was a bit crazy. It was a bit,
yeah.
So many people.
Can you drop your link in the chat, Banksy? Because I can't find you at the moment on there, and I'll go and sub to you.
Sure. No worries. Jupes.
Yes, I want to say this, by the way. Hold on, before we carry on. Can you all sub to Banksy, right? Because he does do some really good shows, and for some reason he's not getting the traction. And I really think that people should participate on his channel. Roy, I'd love you going up there.
Oh, listen to this, right? Listen. I keep calling Duke's curse. I call fucking curse Duke's all the time. But anyway, listen. Banksy puts a lot of effort into what he does in production and everything. And I know him. I've known him a while now, and he makes a lot of effort. And you know what, Dukes? Together with yourself, we've got people like Niak. I brought Niak onto Banksy's. We've had some great chats. We've had some great little podcasting, and it works. And we've got to do it a little bit more often. Like get Paul Falk in there, come on yours, and kind of it will organically grow within itself, because we've got some great people on our site. You know that, Jupes?
Yeah.
We are so blessed.
I was on Paul Falks this morning, but for some reason, I just want to point this out, right, to my audience. Don't be put off by the name, either, Hafez, because he's a bit of a mickey taker, his old Banksy. He's definitely on our side. He's definitely one of us, and he does discuss a lot of things that are relevant and political, and they're really good shows. I mean, he is a bit of a troll at times as well. He has a bit of a laugh and a joke, but he is quite serious as well. So, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to leave you guys. All right. Love you all. And I'll speak to you all soon. I'm going to stop now, Fancy, and I'm going to go in and think of you. All right.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you. Love you.
Yeah. Yeah. Love you, Fancy, too. All right.
Take care, Babs.
Bye.
Right, so you've got a few subs coming in now. Thanks, so that's good.
Thank you. Dupes, I actually am uploading. The reason I put that on members is not because I want to do like cash in on the members. I've got like 5 members. There won't be any. It's not exactly.
Oh, you're only going to get a $5.
Yeah, pretty much. But the thing is, there's something wrong with the file. It went a bit messed up because it normally downloads onto my phone after I finish, but I ended the stream in a weird way and the file didn't download onto my phone. So I put it on members or somehow privated it because I have to wait 24 hours until YouTube allowed me to download the version I was onto YouTube. And I'm checking it for quality and see if it's actually any, because I'm going to cut up some of the interviews and I'm just going to upload the interviews on its own. But I'm uploading another version right now. I'm going to send a private link so you can review it, but it may not be, it may cut out in bits or skip and stuff because it says something happened to the file when so give me 8 minutes. I'm going to send you the link. But something went wrong with that version. And that was the thing. It was my best portion of the day. I got all the good interviews. I did all the good stuff at the beginning, and that's the file that craps out on me. And the other one, which is the 5-hour one, which is the second one, that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's boring in comparison. The first one, I got interviews with Apostate Atheist. I got an interview with Leo Kurs. Oh man, what's his name? That comedian, that Scottish comedian guy. That was Leo Kosinski, or I forgot his surname. Really
I know.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I got an interview with that bacon guy, the Korean bacon boy.
Oh,
bacon
yes,
man.
the one that was on stage.
Yeah, I got some really good interviews. With Hector. So I got some really great interviews.
I want to see that one. Can we play it now?
Well, I'm going to say, give me a minute. It's going to take me 8 minutes.
Come on, let's see.
It's just uploading now.
Yeah, I'll do it later. I'll do it tomorrow because.
Don't worry. So you don't have to wait a week or anything like that. It wasn't about money, the monetization. It was just the file went all funny on me, and I got worried. And I thought, if I
thought you were
being
clever. I was like, I don't blame you.
No, babe, I'm not that clever. You vastly overestimate my cleverness.
I was like, oh, well done, babe. So you're smart. You put the real stream on thingy.
No, the whole thing was crapped out on me, and I'm a bit worried that I was going to lose the whole thing. So I thought I'll somehow put it in at some point, because if I put it private, I thought then no one has access to it. I'll leave it as semi-private. Then I'll cut up the clips, and I'll just put up. I'm going to basically cut all the interviews and cut out all the crap in between, and just put the interviews up, so that all the good bits essentially are just going to be on there. But for you, Juice, you have the whole thing. You can just review it in the full.
Well, what a brilliant day, and it never fails, does it?
It gets better each time.
That buzz is always there every time. It's always there. The love, don't you feel the love when you go to
exactly? You know why?
The energy.
I was going to go to the Palestinian one because I thought that might be a bit more juicier and a bit more controversial. But then, the reason I just decided to just go to the UTK is because I'm so black-pilled. I'm so depressed at the state of this country in so many ways when I see these Palestinian protests that I need it as a psychological boost to go to the United Kingdom just to get a bit of joy, a bit of positivity in my life, in the sense of this country's got great people in it and they are fighting. And there's the English line is still alive, because when you see these Palestinian protests for the last 2-3 years, since 2023, I mean, Roy, you've been out there with me. Every Saturday, these depressing assholes are just marching and like it almost.
Duke. Oh, fucking disgusting. I might even go super speed. It's just the hypocrisy. It's just how they can't see what they are doing, and they know. I mean, the amount they've mocked, the amount they have abused Kaylee and I, and we have given them information which is now they know is true. It's been clarified to them multiple times over by multiple different sources and angles, and they're willing to just carry on this. The sick people, just because they've got a group and a crowd that they can slip in with for the time being and try and play it off. That's just the way it is. I'm not going to let it over. I'm going to let it overly affect me.
Feels like they own this country. If you get caught up in a bubble, if you get caught up in that bubble, you think this is it. This country's gone. You've lost Britain. The Britain that I grew up in. Because I'm a child of the 90s. I kind of know Britain at its peak. And I'm thinking, it just makes you depressed. It just really brings you down when you go to these protests all the time. So I just like, screw this. I only get these UTK protests once every 6 months or 8 months. You might as well just go there, have all these great people with great positive attitudes.
Be a part of it. You want to be a part of it.
And it lifts you.
That's what I say when people say, what is the point of these rallies, right? That is one of the points of it. And I keep saying this to people. You go there, you begin to realise just how many of you are that are like-minded.
Exactly.
Not only that, you get to network, you get to meet all the people that you follow or watch online, and you get to chat with them. I mean, I'd love a conversation with Craig Houston again. And Billy Moore, shout out Billy Moore.
Yes,
I didn't say Billy Gay, I've seen him before, but you know what? I say to everyone, I said this at the first Telford, I said, you know what, if you come to Telford, you'll meet more like-minded people, right, on your wavelength in one day than you have in the last 20 years, and you'll network exactly what you said, then words, and you'll be friends forever. I know people from way back in Telford. That's where I first met Annie Russell. Well, I met him on a couple of protests, but I didn't meet him as a friend. I met him in Telford.
Yeah, you've told us about 10 times now.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying, I'm just referring to
Telford, just hanging out in Telford.
No, it's the Record Britain.
Those events that Tommy held. But you're talking about going back there again?
No, there is another one. Yeah, there's going to be another one. Tommy's putting the planning, so we're going to wait and see. We were going to go up to Bradford, but it got cancelled because we got fucking death threats. They said anyone comes up here into Bradford, we're going to fucking kill them. All these white fucking Nazis. Yeah, so Tommy called it off. But
the thing is, Bradford, it's like going to Bradford, Birmingham, Whitechapel in London. You know, these are.
We went to Whitechapel. We ain't not going to Whitechapel.
Hold on a minute. London Kane says Lubna was criticising UTK yesterday. Well, I'm going to have a look at that. Maybe I'll review it.
Lubna,
because maybe she's finally showing her true colours if she's criticising it. But I'm going to reserve my judgment.
In what way?
Is
this Sky News arrest? You know, the Sky News arrest 35 people, I think. That was all fucking facial recognition shit going on. And after
there was only 11 from our side.
11.
Yeah.
11. Look at that. I mean,
I saw one bus posted it, I think on Facebook, where a guy literally went up to the 10 Downing Street, gates, and he started yelling at the police, offering them a fight, and then spat at them. Then he started walking away. Obviously, he had a few, and he started walking away with 8 police officers. Marched over to him, grabbed him, pinned him.
But anyone who did anything stupid deserved it, because we want people to behave themselves. I don't want to see people arrested. I don't, right? And I would imagine quite a few of them got NFA, because if the 2 Ryans who got arrested got NFA, then I can't imagine all the others still getting charged. But I will say this: those 2 Ryans, I'm not saying that both of them deserve to get arrested, but what I will say is Brian Ferguson turning up after all the criticism he's from me and everybody told me, and he's extremely used. I think he should get exactly got arrested because the police right to remove that idiot, because if it got into the crowd, there is a possibility someone might pull him up. So he's probably got arrested.
Yeah, I mean, there was definitely a lot of lads carrying bags on the I've seen the wall with the 2 down in this other chat. Yes, I was literally on the station. Yes, you were drinking.
You enough?
No. He took on the video. I don't know if it's I'm phone about so I think it's 2 down and there's another something G. Crazy. But anyway, so the police
You know what? I mean, which me then, and he's just in and all that bit, and then a little running big, right by the old, I didn't the old and chat. We're doing my
so just not drink beer, put beer in like a water bottle.
Yeah, we just picked up a bottle each, right, and that was it. And it was 12 o'clock, and I thought, yes, it was, you know, it wasn't a hot day, but you know, I wanted to drink.
It was a good day for most of
it. Yeah, but one thing is the police didn't even bat an eyelid at us. I mean,
maybe you guys, maybe they were looking at people who potentially could look. I mean, first of all, I know we were
I think we were the bush house. No, bush houses. Way away from the front, way away from the actually. We were right
walking towards Sponsware. We did hands off the back. They open the bottles, hands. No, we didn't. Just keep the back.
I see a couple of accidental sort of bottles smashed. Let's get stuff. I was like, if someone could step on that and then you get injury, you know what I mean?
A person could trip. Exactly, a kid could trip. Children I think this is the reason the police didn't take it off you, was because of the scenario that you were in. If you were just marching down with the rest of the marchers,
yeah, you know, and not only that, you've got to think about it's going to go down in papers and stuff like that. So I'm not angry at places that that's not stupid. But if you're going to be stupid enough, obviously, what do you expect? Keeping glass bottles that people on. When I saw that on the floor and I saw little kids nearby, I was like, fucking hell, but the security guard went out and he picked it up for us, which was good of them. But
you just avoid those stereotypical skinhead English kind of.
Yeah, I actually picture that. I saw something on GB News where there was some weird Asian bloke who was speaking for sort of like the other side, and he was saying there's hardly any women that go to those protests. I was like, you joking? I've never seen any women in my life.
The front row of before the scene, the front row before media section was just all women. It was like
it was wonderful. It was I mean, it was just beautiful. There was
8,000 people. There was 8,000 people. Just in the Parliament Square area, I could see going to Whitehall before the main march even made it. Like
I'm not going to say there was footage. I'm not going to say there was many last year. I think it was slightly smaller, but there was thousands and thousands again. And you know, but you also remember last year, people were saying this is going to come this year. This year, there was an economic build-up to people. First of all, there was no focus on facial recognition. Don't go with this, you know, us showing my standard with these people. You know, then you have to show all these stories that money is elsewhere, and you know, you get screens, and you can't see the screens and all this shit. And then you have people that were threatening to come down like you know, slightly where there was from Bristol. There was people from Bristol. There was conference. There was and there was a bunch of gangs coming stuff. So I think yeah, all this kind of stuff. Probably got off a little bit. International people got off a little bit, and then international people that were away vacation, like somewhere else or whatever. You know, because we I think coming in and said 5 million views. You know, the most prevalent saying, right? You know this? Don't be afraid. So much said phrase in the whole Bible. Don't be afraid. And that's why when I walk into UTK or anything to do with Tommy Robinson, I remember that and I recite. I'm not very buckled. You remember when I was on Reels, Spencer? And they were all giving me death threats in the side chat. And I said, I walk to God, I don't give a fuck. I'll go to that part.
Hallelujah.
If you attack me, I won't attack back. I will get out of the part. And it pissed them off big time because when I went to the part, they did all attack me. I didn't attack them back and they didn't get me out.
The funny thing is, I actually don't feel fear around these things. I actually feel very safe and very people. But I actually have my head on swivel at the Palestinian events because I'm always thinking, you know, maybe someone will recognize me from Park or YouTube or whatever, and I'm going to go punch it head. So I'm actually a lot more like awareness. I'm sort of far more than anything. I think it's particular on one side, the media and actually a lot of left wing listening. So the prime minister of the country, well, the funny thing is, I found a lot of back because Leo Kirsten came as a reporter for on he said, I've never been to events. This is the first time, and the reason I decided I would come and I agreed with Dan Wood to report for him was because of what Keir Starmer said. So Keir Starmer's message completely changed Leo's message.
Yeah, this is how it works, okay? There's good and there's evil, right? Good attracts good, evil attracts evil. Now, when good attracts good, it grows rapidly. We've gone from a transition. I think Tommy said it the other day when he bumped into this communist guy, and he goes, "You're fucking weak piece of shit." He goes, "It's weak people, weak times." He said, "We're strong men now, long time." It was so poignant, and I'm like, "Wow, he got Tommy." It was only a little short, but you know, this is why I love Tommy Robinson, and I won't have a bad word to about him.
Tommy, for some reason, I've always said this. Tommy has got the X factor. If you could bottle what Tommy's got, you know, we'd all be millionaires, because he has got something that reaches people that even the Kev. Did you see the Kev Carroll interview?
If you could bottle what Tommy's got, we would all be millionaires. Does that even make sense, that sentence? Just going like, we would all be, then who's we all? Have you got like a particular, so it would just be do you mean the UTK event holders? You could like bottle it, and everyone's going to buy bottled Tommy. Who's going to buy it? So people are going to buy it, and you have to sell out to genocidal cult and paedophiles first, Michaela. I don't think that's really a viable product.
On Liam Tubbs.
No, I haven't seen that one.
Oh, you've got to watch it. Even he said, for some reason, Tommy just could reach people even when he was a lot younger. He just knew all of the different people in the different sort of like football clubs in the DFLA and that. They all had respect for him, and he had all their numbers. He got on with people from all walks, and he's just always been like that.
Yeah.
You know?
You know what, I see that in AY as well. Oops, AY's got that same.
Oh yeah, definitely. I said that to AY.
Yeah, and he's, you know, I won't have a bad word said about him either, because, you know, all the things he does it because he just wants to tell the truth. You know, when I first met him, he said, well, you know what, the most important thing is the truth. And I went, wow, that was fucking.
And this is where you are going to eat your words, Roy, because I think this is where maybe the poignant moment of my stream comes. Oh no, it's in a bit. They circle back to this thing about, and he compliments Michaela, and then she stops him and says, "No, you're going to try and fake humble me. Don't try and fake humble me."
You know, big up, saying that.
Yeah, but we're going off on a tangent again.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Want to take us on a tangent. I don't know why.
Yeah, but Tommy, what you're saying about Tommy, you know, it takes someone like that to grab that torch. Who was before Tommy? There were people before Tommy.
Yeah, Farrell.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But he grabbed that torch. It's like with Active Patriot, you know, with the hotels. AY took that torch. It wasn't no disrespect. It wasn't I'm better than you. It wasn't that, because he always bigged up Active Patriot and Yorkie Rose and fucking Truth 101. And he always said, you know, they inspired him to carry that torch. And look where he took it. Massive. You know, he blew up. AY blew up. It's a beautiful thing. It's an organic.
There is a thing about what you said, Jupiter, about the person's likability and character. Because, like you said, Roy, Active Patriots and many others were doing these things. Although they got heavily persecuted. Yorkshire Rose, they had the police around, had places active. They got massively deplatformed from various things, or shadow banned. But something about that characteristic, he does it, the way he says that, the way he talks, the way he projects his personality without him even being on camera. You can feel his personality, just his voice. He doesn't even have to be in front of the camera, because most of the time it's a body cam that you can see. You know, it's like point of view, the view from his GoPro, but it's his voice that just attracts you to, just like you just keep listening, keep on. It's strength of will. It's the backbone. Effectively, the way government came after him, all his finances, all his policies, they literally gave him nothing else to do but activism. Because the government forced him into this decision by doing what they did to him. But the thing is, there are some people under those kind of levels of pressure that they'll fold, and then there are those who focus. And he is the focus side. He doesn't fold. I mean, he even said himself, the government came to him and told him he should be working for them. They came with like MI6 or whatever. And I don't think they asked him. They kind of winked and not told him. And otherwise we'll destroy you. And they essentially, he said no, and they are. They're systematically trying to destroy him, put him in prison multiple times for ridiculous things, all sorts of things. But he still hasn't, you know, this kind of thing. I mean, when I saw him in prison the first time, not even the second time, the first time, with Ezra Van doing, he looked like a skeleton. I mean, that kind of shit, for sure. I'm amazed he can sleep at night. He doesn't have nightmares. He doesn't, you know, because that sort of should give you PTSD for forever.
Well, he did give him PTSD. That's right. He had to go to a camp. He went with his son to a camp. No mobile phones, no nothing. Just go away for a couple of weeks and just something really bad with him.
Lawfare at him, and he's been vindicated because he's proved more to what went on there. He posted it. Just take it down.
He told us. He exposed the judiciary for what it was.
So he stood by his conviction. He stood by his conviction and said, no, he's not removing it. And while he was inside, Elon Musk shared it, and then his son rang him up and said, Dad, Elon Musk shared it. And then people started saying to him,
they're like, we don't even.
What was your highlight of the day?
Meeting Duke, Scotty.
You're not
Jukes and love those guys. To be honest, the interviews, the few good interviews that I got, for God's sake, people are proud of being Scottish and Welsh out there, being surrounded by them all the time.
Well, the Iranians, they came along, didn't they? They marched.
Yeah, the Iranians, they got flags even in the last one that I saw, and this was way videos saying he should have run off me quite bad. I was talking to me and him. I got his number. He's a great guy. He gave me the heads up on some protests in Braintree, and I went up there, met up with him. We went up yesterday. I was supposed to be putting all that together.
Sharpish. Phoebe, go tell her. Tanya's number. I need to arrange it with her. But I spoke to her yesterday and stuff as well. But
she also worked hours.
Such a beautiful person.
Oh yes,
she don't swear, and you know.
Speaker's corner, and I'm in line with all of that. Yes, thousands of comments. They had like 1.5 million views that one.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
And it'll be just me and you on Wednesday. You can bring your sister if you want Shell to come on.
I posted all the links for the.
Let's have a look at the first one. I think not that we said. Well,
I'll be honest, I'm a bit hot and cold with her. I started off thinking, okay, here's a person who's having.
Yeah, so she loved us so much that when she was offered to go to a UTK event, she didn't. You know, so I think that's bollocks.
Well, that's the thing. You want to give constructive criticism. It would have been helpful if you'd actually gone to it to actually see it on the ground for yourself.
Yeah, exactly. It annoys me. Yeah.
when anything is criticized, some people do take it personally and they do get triggered. So I do actually expect to lose a few or more subscribers today. However, I need to remain true to myself. This channel is called Candid with Lubna. I don't people please. I don't pander to people's views. I'm not an extremist. I like to be rational.
So I think you do. I think you're a passive aggressive.
Yes.
Like, don't you? No, seriously,
Yeah.
I do. And I know that everybody has to be diplomatic when they're dealing with people. And on the right, people tend to criticise each other. And then when you go to these events, they're all cool with each other. Everybody knows the game. But this one, I just get that. Like Urban said, she's a snide. I get that snidey feeling. I always have.
Mhm.
Right, let's carry on.
Balanced, as unbiased as possible, right? So, and as Rupert Lowe says, I don't care, right? So if you want to unsubscribe because you just can't handle my constructive feedback, and that is my intent and aim, then that's up to you, that's your choice. But this channel will grow in the right way. This channel is not going to grow with me pandering to anyone's views. Okay? I need to be true to myself. So, and the reason I pre-warn you is because if you guys have been following my channel for the past few years, I have, I come from the Muslim community, the Pakistani community, and to set a good example, I have criticized the bad apples within the Muslim Pakistani community for 2 years, and I've encouraged other people of all other races and faiths to do the same. But having done this for 2 years, I know other.
The thing is, because she's a fence sitter, she's trying to sit on the fence and play both sides. That's why she has to pander to that side. She's not committed to any given side. Unfortunately, when it comes to the Pakistani Muslim world, there is no fence sitting.
Did that came up? Oh, it might be just a. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I will. So let's have a look at. Let's have a look at the first one. I think not that you said with Lubna. Let's have a look at this. While we're all here together, let's have a look at the Lubna one. Oh, let's get her up. I don't know if you're a fan of Lubna. I do not like Lubna. Right?
I'll be honest, I'm a bit hot and cold with her. I started off thinking, oh, here's a person who's having a critical look at like Muslims and Islam and all that.
Yeah.
Then I was like, no.
I've gone off for a bit. Yeah. So let's go.
Come back to Candid with Lubna. Now, today I'm going to aim to give some constructive feedback on the UTK rally that happened yesterday, so United Kingdom rally that Tommy Robinson organised. I would like to give some constructive feedback on that.
Oh, that's
so
nice
I
of
do
you.
mean well. I love this country. I love England, and I love the United Kingdom. I really, really do mean well. So hopefully you will take this in the right way. Now,
Yeah. So she loved it so much that when she was offered to go to a UTK event, she didn't. So I think that's bollocks.
Well, that's the thing. You want to give constructive criticism. It would have been helpful if you'd actually gone to it to actually see it on the ground for yourself.
Yeah, exactly. It annoys me. Yeah.
when anything is criticized, some people do take it personally and they do get triggered. So I do actually expect to lose a few or more subscribers today. However, I need to remain true to myself. This channel is called Candid with Lubna. I don't people please. I don't pander to people's views. And I'm not an extremist. I like to be rational.
So I think you do. I think you're a passive aggressive.
Yes.
Sort of like ass licker. Don't you? No, seriously,
Yeah.
I do. And I know that everybody has to be diplomatic when they're dealing with people. And on the right, people tend to criticise each other. And then when you go to these events, we're all cool with each other. Everybody knows the game. But this one, I just get that. Like Urban said, she's a snide. I get that snidey feeling. I always have.
Mhm.
Right, let's carry on.
Balanced, as unbiased as possible, right? So, and as Rupert Lowe says, I don't care, right? If you want to unsubscribe because you just can't handle my constructive feedback, and that is my intent and aim, then that's up to you. That's your choice. But this channel will grow in the right way. This channel is not going to grow with me pandering to anyone's views. Okay? I need to be true to myself. So, and the reason I pre-warn you is because if you guys have been following my channel for the past few years, I have, I come from the Muslim community, the Pakistani community, and to set a good example, I have criticized the bad apples within the Muslim Pakistani community for 2 years, and I've encouraged other people of all other races and faiths to do the same. But having done this for 2 years, I know that the Muslim Pakistani community generally didn't appreciate me condemning the bad apples.
Who gives a fuck?
So,
It's self-aggrandizing.
I know that any other
I don't care. See, this is my problem with her. I don't really fucking give a fuck what the Pakistani community think.
The thing is, because she's a fence sitter, she's trying to sit on the fence and play both sides. That's why she has to pander to that side. She's not committed to any given side. Unfortunately, when it comes to the Pakistani Muslim world, there is no fence sitting. You're either with us or your head's on the chopping block.
Yeah. No, I know Paul likes her and Paul's entitled to like her, and that doesn't mean Paul can like and dislike people that I, don't like. Everybody's allowed to like and dislike who they. Unfortunately, with this one, no, there's no turning back for me. And, there might be something that Paul sees in her that I don't see. But what I see is somebody that is a fence sitter, somebody who plays both sides, it's not genuine, and that she's made a lot of money out of it. And look, I don't care what money people make. I need to state that, right? I don't care if people monetize or not, right? Because I understand just being entertainment, you deserve to get something. Because if you was on the BBC or ITV or years ago, you would have got paid for having an opinion, right? I ain't got a problem with that. But what I do have a problem is when people collect money and they're not genuine. Yeah. So yeah, I can't help it. I don't get genuine vibes from her. So let's carry on. Let's see what else she says.
Organization or event or people or whatever I criticize, they're going to take it personally because that's just human nature. So I'm expecting some people will maybe throw their toys at the pram. So please try to listen to the whole video with an open mind and heart. I will try to be as fair as possible. And I would like to break down, I made a whole list of things that I want to talk
fucking hell, she's got a list.
I haven't scripted any of this, I've just made a few notes. So I'm going to talk about everything, the event, the people that went there, the organizers, the speakers. I'm going to give you examples of things. And I'm going to first tell you what I would have expected from this kind of event. And sadly, why I'm disappointed with the event. I am quite disappointed.
Oh, well, who gives a fuck?
What I thought it's going to be, and what it ended up being, two completely different things. Please do not take this the wrong way. Right, so
Okay, the wrong way already.
So what I would have expected this event to be is it's called Unite the Kingdom, and my understanding is the focus would have been on talking about Christianity in a positive way, speaking about Britain in a positive way, telling people something that they don't know about Britain and Christianity, like inspiring them, motivating them, and making them feel proud of Britain. There's so much that could have been spoken about in the rally that wasn't, okay?
Right, you silly cow.
In your opinion.
Right, I've got to say this, right, and I'm going to give you all a chance to say what you feel with what she's just said. First of all, I think she's one daft silly cow, right? Because if you'd have been there and you felt the atmosphere, you would know that because of the love that was there and the euphoria and the buzz, yeah, people knew that it also came from the even if you wasn't religious, you knew that the religious side to it also played a part as well, right? And I know that there was lots of people that went to that event who said to me, I'm going to go to church. Sasha, she's in my audience right now. Sasha was on Society X's yesterday talking about how much it touched her religiously and how now she's going to go back to church. So you don't have to stand there and go, Christianity is A, B, C, and D. We're not Muslims. Yeah? We're not Muslims where we do the hard sell. Yeah, because we believe that people come to the faith of their own free will. We believe in free will. We don't have no death threats if you decide to leave Christianity. So we're a totally different faith, and maybe because you're not Christian, you don't understand that enough. Right. Thanks. What do you think?
Yeah, no, exactly. This is the thing. Again, as I say, she's right now. She's a divided, torn person because she has British sensibilities with Islamic roots and traditions which are pulling her apart. And this is what people have been saying for years. Islam is fundamentally incompatible with British West philosophy. This is why people ask me all the time, how is it that you managed to integrate into Britain or into this society so easily? And for my answer is, I was a European before I came to Europe. I was Westernized. I agreed with Western philosophy before I even entered Europe because that's my family's ideas and traditions. We are not Islamic and then try to become Western. We were Western because I believe in the fundamentals of Western society, Western civilization. And if you don't, then you are absolutely at odds with that. And this is the square that Lubna is trying to shove into this round hole. Is Islamically raised, and she's trying to toil with that and try to fit it into a Western British cultural whole, essentially. And she can't. These two things do not align. You have to drop one in order to adopt the other. And if you can't, you're going to end up in this sort of messed up situation that she's in, where she's trying to somehow mix these two things together. And unfortunately, this is oil and water. She's a thorn in her own paw, Travis. She's actually a thorn in her own paw. Because she's at odds with herself, with her fundamental core beliefs of her life, and she's not willing to drop one in order to adopt the other. You either go all Islam or go all Western Britain, but you're never going to be able to marry these two things together and live 50-50. These things are fundamentally incompatible. This is what most people don't seem to realize. This is what the politicians like Sadiq Khan and Keir Starmer try to gaslight people into thinking that these worldviews can align, can live alongside together. They can't. Islam has, if you look at anywhere where Islam borders non-Muslims, they're at war. They're at war because Islam does not get along with other philosophies and belief systems. So she is at war within herself right now. There's a conflict happening inside her, and she will eventually fall on one side or the other. She may fall to her Islamic side, or she may abandon it and become an outlier and become someone like me or apostate prophet, where she just simply leaves Islam. She is in that conflict zone, and that's why she's doing these sort of things.
I've just got to come back on that a little bit because, and I do have to push back on this a little bit because even Tommy says there are cultural Muslims, right? And I agree with you. I agree with what you're saying, Banksy, but you're talking about someone who's a wholehearted Muslim, right? There are people that wholehearted Muslims, the extremists, called chocolate Muslims. And those chocolate Muslims get offended by being called that because they're more culturally Muslim or they've got a watered down version. Actually, those ones I think can fit into Britain because they do have, they don't come out and speak vocally that they reject certain things, but they do reject certain things. So, for example, they would never allow their daughter to get married at 9. They don't agree with those scripts. They do pick and choose what they listen to, etc., etc. So those ones I do think can fit into Western society. But you're talking about the hardcore proper jihadis, the people that are supposed to be totally into Islam. And
No, the thing is, it's not even that. It's not that these chocolate Muslims are able to be Muslim. No, they call themselves Muslim, but ignore massive fundamental principles of Islam. They drink and they go out and they womanize. I know those Muslims myself. My friend literally calls me a week before Ramadan and says, we've got to go out and do tequila shots now because I can't drink for another month. So they completely break their own rules. But if you want to somehow be aligned with Islam, in any way, in any moral sense, and real, actual fundamental sense, then you cannot be in line with Western values because they are fundamentally apart. But you can ignore your Islam. You can just literally flush some of the rules down the toilet and live along with Westerners, sure, because you're not following Islam. You're a bad Muslim. This is what I've always said. A bad Muslim is a good human being, and a good Muslim is Osama bin Laden. That's it.
Yeah, but there are some in between. I've got to be fair. There are some in between. I've met some that are slightly in between that. I've got neighbours across the road that, I mean, the woman's married in English, but they don't drink, they don't smoke. But they're not religious to the point of they want to blow people up and everything else. And they're very vocal in saying to me, it's fucking disgusting what this imam said, or, I don't know who these Muslims are that say that they're representing us, it's disgusting what they're doing and stuff like that. So there are some, but not as many. And I wish there was more of them that would be vocal, But, so Roy, what did you think of Lubna?
I think she's, like I said, she's a thorn in her own foot. I think she's, I don't know, she's kind of like middle of the road. She's a fence sitter. I've only seen her in one of yours recently. And I looked at one of her videos and I just thought, this
woman is meant to be denied because she's been threatened by the Muslim community, but somehow she's managed to get her highlights done and her eyebrows done in her absence. So
bizarre.
People, she's on a grift. People are paying for her lifestyle. She owns houses. She shouldn't be collecting money. And it's just
yeah, she's on a grift. 100%.
Because there's no real proof of any of her persecution. And I know she put out a recording of what was meant to be outside her house, but it could have been anyone's fucking house.
The fact is, people have been outside Raj's house and they've recorded and they've sent death threats to Raj. But is Raj living in multiple properties and making a fortune out of YouTube? No. There are plenty of people who've been receiving death threats and are on the Islamic, I'm going to say,
you Banksy as well. You've got physically assaulted.
Absolutely. So there are plenty of people.
We've all had. I've had police around the house twice.
There are plenty of people who are on the Muslim shit list. Let's put it that way. The fact is that she's making a decent living. I don't begrudge her. You do your hustle, do your grift. Good luck. But the fact is that if you're going to make review videos like this, then you open yourself up to criticisms. And my criticism is that you have to pick a side, love. You have to pick a side. Unfortunately,
her credibility goes out the window for the fact that she wasn't there. I remember there was an Ethiopian lady that went last year, right in September. She wanted to find out how fucking racist these white people are, and she was blown away. Her fucking video went viral. She was from Ethiopia, And she said, I met some of the most wonderful people. I couldn't believe it. And where's all this? And that's when she had awakening.
She's written off hating,
and she's written off hating, yeah.
By being a passive aggressive hater and then playing the victim. And that is a lefty tactic, and I don't like it.
Blatant. You nailed it. That's fucking perfect. That's a perfect analogy. She's a grit artist. She's got the lefty analogy. Go on. Let me get bucket.
So, I was born and bred here. I've lived in England for 40 plus years. Tell me something that I don't know about Britain, about Christianity. Inspire.
Right. I know that I'm one of these people that see, that see something that other people don't see, right? And now that I've spotted it, everybody else is going to see it. She's got a white dot on her nose that don't seem to be right at the end of her nose. That seems a bit weird. As she moves about, she's got a white dot and it's annoying me. But anyway, let's carry on.
So I was looking forward to learning about Christianity, about learning something about Britain that I don't know. Sadly, none of that happened. The complete opposite happened, actually. And that's what I'm going to touch on. Please bear with me. So first of all, before I say anything, can I just say that I know a lot, this is not my constructive feedback. Is not a reflection on the people that went to the event. I know that a lot of you guys love England and you love the UK and you went there because you're concerned about your country, your heritage, what's happening to this country, and you do feel something has been taken away from you. I know a lot of you guys are patriotic, you don't hate anyone, you're just concerned, you're concerned about the future of your children, and I empathize with you, I get you, I feel you, and I'm with you, okay? I stand with you, and I
don't think you do stand with us. I think your loyalties are elsewhere, and you've placed yourself in a position where you feel that you're able to criticise, and you do it all for grifting. I think that you just saw a loophole. Oh, if I'm a Muslim who hates on other Muslims, hopefully these people will like me. Then you switched it up, then you switched back, then you switched it up, then you switched back. And this is what you're doing exactly again. You're just looking for the loopholes. And to be quite honest, right, what Lubna doesn't get, and I don't mean to be really nasty, but Lubna, we do not need a Muslim telling us how to be upset at the Muslim creep in our country. It's like you're trying to control us.
You're in the curve.
Yeah, that's what you do. Banksy?
Sorry about that. I apologize. I was No. I was the thing is, I've got another podcast that I've got to jump on with a friend, and we're just setting it up. Okay, so yeah, I mean, again, like you said, Narendra Kaur is prime example of this sort of attitude. They form
inspiration to her. She makes a lot of money.
Yeah, they farm. I mean, she's a. I mean, I despise her, but she's a genius at farming. Just and people's just resentment of her, and she leans into that like beautifully, and she makes probably a decent living out of it. With Lubna, again, for me, I don't want to put her in that. I don't think she's that smart to put her in the Narendra Kaur kind of category. I don't think she wants to farm necessarily hatred.
Well, that's to be fair. I've got to say something about Narendra Kaur, right? In my opinion, as a woman who sees how women work, right? Narendra Kaur is attractive. It's just what comes out of her mouth that's not attractive. Because of that, men cut her a bit of slack because they enjoy tormenting her, but they're never going to go in real too hard apart from the long subjects because they think they're dicks. I'm sorry, they do. And unfortunately,
simping.
I would say that there's a little bit of that goes on with Lubna, but with a lower class simp, if you're getting the drift.
Oh, there's definitely simping. I mean, you're a woman, regardless. There'll be men out there simping for you anyway. That's just a given. But the thing is, with her, again, she is trying to walk the fence. The thing is, she should know right now, with the amount of hate that she gets from and people's just resentment of her, and she leans into that like beautifully, and she makes probably a decent living out of it. With Lubna, again, for me, I don't want to put her in that. I don't think she's that smart to put that. Sure, is
do not need a Muslim telling us how to be upset at the Muslim creep in our country. Banksy?
So,
inspiration to her.
People's just resentment. I don't think she's that smart.
Narendra Kaur, right? In my opinion, as a woman who sees how women work, right? Narendra Kaur is attractive. It's just what comes out of her mouth that's not attractive. Because of that, men cut her a bit of slack because they enjoy tormenting her, but they're never going to go in real too hard apart from the long subjects because they think they're dicks. I'm sorry, they do. And unfortunately,
simping.
I would say that there's a little bit of that goes on with Lubna, but with a lower class simp, if you're getting the drift.
Oh, there's definitely simping. I mean, you're a woman, regardless. There'll be men out there simping for you anyway. That's just a given. But the thing is, with her, again, she is trying to walk the fence. The thing is, she should know right now.
Well, when it comes out, Michaela, that you've had paedophiles simping for you, I think Lubna may come off in a slightly better light than yourself. I don't agree with what she does. I think she's a very lost individual, but it's a lot more understandable and explainable from her culture being in an unfamiliar place. You've had everything. You've had everything that you could have possibly needed to have done the right thing. And I'm just going to have an actual played this actually, a little interlude with a break of a woman. I don't want to attack her character. Oh, Ricky Easy is actually live. I'll just play out with this, and we'll come back to this. We'll come back to I'll have to call it part 2 because we didn't get to the part where I actually named the stream. So we'll actually call it part 2 with the same name. That'd be funny. Keeping our spirits up during this painful experience. Oh, you're so quick-witted with these things. You're straight on the ball when it comes to projecting and trying to cover up child trafficking, aren't you? You're a sick, sick man. Okay. He's just started 4 minutes ago. He's talking about an active shooter near San Diego Mosque. Nobody in the chat yet. We've got loads of time to catch up on that. But this is what I was going to play.
Two should swap numbers because you two would get on like an house on fire. She's like you. She wants everybody to be a vegan.
Do you want to have a discussion with me?
She's a vegan.
Ah, really?
Feminist.
Ah.
Everything.
Why aren't you a vegan? Are you mum?
I'm not a vegan.
Are you mum?
Because I like meat.
Are you mum? Is this
Yeah.
your daughter? Oh, cool.
I eat meat.
You eat meat? Yeah.
I like meat
Yeah. Why?
because it's tasty.
Yeah. You know what happens to the animals there? Your daughter's probably told you.
I've seen what they do, yeah.
Ah.
Yes, I've watched Dominion.
Do you think taste justifies what happens in Dominion?
I don't think it's right what they do with them.
Yeah.
But we could kill them differently, yeah.
Okay, well, is there a humane way to kill a creature?
This is what the sign is actually about. Yeah. Is there a humane way to kill you and eat you? Right now.
Well, a cannibal could eat me, couldn't they?
Yeah, well, is there a humane way
Well,
to kill you?
yeah, give me an injection.
Yeah, but you want to live though. You want to live.
Who says I do?
You don't want to live. Well, if it was a
You know,
if it was a mercy killing.
you're just presuming that I want to live. I didn't know I do.
Okay, well, assuming you do, because if it was a mercy killing, it would be humane. If you were suffering to the point where you couldn't be helped, then it would be humane. I'm saying that if you're right now experiencing well-being, walking around, how do I kill you humanely? If you want to live,
You couldn't, could you?
yeah, because it would be murder, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would.
Yeah.
I do agree. No, I do agree. But some vegans are very extreme and they try and shove it down your throat. Where I feel that people should do what they want to do.
You really believe that?
Yeah, I believe if you want to eat an animal, then eat it.
But wait a second. Do you think we should be able to do whatever we want to do?
But why should I not want to eat?
Because they get abused and killed for it.
We've always done it.
Yeah, but we've always done horrific things to each other throughout history.
But we've always done it. I don't want to live on silly plant food, flowers, plants, soya.
So what's holding you back? Is it just the taste? I'm trying to get because you obviously you're.
I don't want to live on silly plant food, flowers. So silly. Sorry, well, I just said silly. Ironically silly.
You're against animal cruelty.
Yeah, I'm against that.
But you pay for it, so.
Well, she supports it.
It's wrong that it happens.
But you pay for it with your other hand. That's what you're saying, like.
Yeah, of course. But I have had vegan food. We do, don't we? We do have some vegan meals.
Have you had bad vegan food that's turned you off?
No, not really. But I don't like all this. What she has, all this tofu and silly.
You can have what you like though. When you're a vegan, you can find things that you like. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but another thing what gets me about vegans is
Tell me about it. I'm a vegan.
She'll eat it. Why do you want to go and buy and eat something what represents me? Why do you want to go and eat sausages?
I can explain that to
Why
you.
do you want to go and eat burgers?
I can explain that to you. Because we're against animal cruelty. So what's the problem? If there's no animal cruelty in it, then we can replicate the same foods that we used to. And
For me, I don't not like meat.
there's nothing morally wrong with that.
I don't agree with murdering animals for it, not to mention what it's doing to the planet.
Yeah, I don't want to attack this woman, but she is the epitome of. She brings out every argument of just entitlement, and this is Michaela, and I can just yeah, and that is the reality as well. And this is as if Michaela's all her children are going to be as horrifically ignorant as she is. I can just imagine this dynamic that her children, like, they're going to come round, or they're going to become aware of what she's done, or they already are. And I know the son's gone to uni, and she said he comes back with weird ideas sometimes, and she has to put him straight and educate him where to properly look and all this and that. It's just, yeah.
I like the taste of burgers too, but I don't like animal cruelty enough to change the burger to a plant-based burger.
But I don't think you're going to ever get to where everybody in the world is going to be a vegan.
By 2050.
Okay, no, well, that's a different. I'm talking about you right now. You're against animal cruelty.
Yeah, but I like meat.
Would you consider yourself a hypocrite?
Oh my God, yes, I 100%.
Well, let her answer. It's a serious. You're against animal cruelty, but you pay for it.
Yeah, because I enjoy meat.
Yeah, but I know, but
I wouldn't personally go out and murder.
The level of stupidity, he actually just said the words. Yeah, you're against animal. Well, he said you're against animal cruelty, but you pay for it. Yeah, because I like meat. And then she's saying that she's not a hypocrite. She does come round in a moment to acknowledge some way towards this. So this is obviously taken into context of the whole. This is a developing conversation. I can't remember exactly where it ends up. Like,
And that's even
the
worse.
animals.
That is even worse.
I wouldn't go out and personally milk a cow because I want some milk.
How about this? I'm against.
I wouldn't go out and milk a cow because I want some milk.
Dog cruelty, but I'm against cruelty to dogs, but I pay for them to be tortured and killed so I can eat them. Does that sound?
Eat a dog. I've got a dog.
No, I'm saying.
I wouldn't eat a dog.
No, I'm just saying. Do you understand the analogy?
Yeah.
Am I a hypocrite if I do that? What about if I protest what happens to dogs, but I go and pay for their?
I agree. I wouldn't hurt a dog. I wouldn't hurt an animal.
I'm asking if you're a hypocrite, and you said no, and I said, would I be a hypocrite?
I don't think I am.
Oh my God. This is my attitude.
But I am if I'm.
I think like I said, some vegans, namely this one, tries to make everybody feel guilty if they're eating meat.
Wait a second. Well, you should. Why shouldn't you?
Why? Ask her where the father works.
What's that got to do with
No,
me?
ask her where does your father work?
Wait.
Tell
I
him what your
don't
dad
want to cause an argument between you two. I want to find out. So, do you think someone should feel guilty for torturing a dog?
No.
Okay,
No,
they shouldn't.
because you wouldn't.
No. That's not the question. The question is, should you feel guilty for torturing a dog?
Why are you saying that they're torturing animals?
Because they are.
Not torturing.
I can show you. You've seen Dominion.
Yes,
Okay.
I've seen a couple of things on
So they're torturing animals.
some, yeah.
Do you know 90% of the pigs in the UK are factory farmed and over 90% of the chickens are factory farmed?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're torturing those animals.
He works in a slaughterhouse.
Yeah, and they torture animals in a slaughterhouse too.
That's just it, but he works in a slaughterhouse. So if my husband did work there, I would be able to go and buy vegan food.
Yeah, well,
So,
but she's not creating a demand for slaughterhouses. She's creating a demand for vegan food. You're creating the demand for slaughterhouses.
no, I'm not.
Like,
Your money goes to slaughtering animals. That's how supply and you know how economics work, yeah?
The thing is, she's so
So-
blindsided by it.
No, I'm not.
Wait a second. Can I have a discussion? I want to see if we can get somewhere here. If I sell peaches, right? There's a demand for peaches. I'm going to get more peaches to meet that demand, aren't I?
Yeah.
Okay. What if no one buys peaches anymore? What am I going to do with my peaches? I'm going to stop growing them, aren't I?
Yeah,
Okay. So I've got dogs in the boot here, and I'm going to cut them up, and there's a demand for dog flesh.
We don't eat dog.
I don't care. I do.
I know, but we don't.
They're
eat
both
dog.
animals.
China.
That's what
No,
Where did you
no, no, I'm trying to get you to understand why it's wrong.
But how can you say it's wrong? It's for centuries.
You think it's wrong. You think it's
To
wrong.
eat meat,
You
no.
just told me it was wrong.
No, not
Yeah, before
to
when I
eat
first started.
meat.
Yeah, I said, do you
I
think
don't
animal
think
cruelty is
it's-
wrong?
Yeah, it's cruel. It's what they do. They should find a better way to kill animals.
Can I ask you,
But I'm
is there a
not
better way to
saying-
kill you? And you said no. It's murder.
No, well, no.
Yeah, so it's murder for you, but it's not murder for the animal.
Yeah, but there's.
You are an animal. Let's not.
But that's what they're there for.
No, they're
What if I
not.
said, oh, that's what women are here for men?
They are. No.
Women are here for men.
Thank you.
What about that?
No.
Does that sound good? Oh, black people are here for white people.
No.
Children are here for pedophiles.
No.
Okay.
Oh, don't get me
Animals are here. Okay.
Don't get going
No.
on that
It's the same. It's the same. Animals are not here for you.
Right. So we didn't kill all these animals. We'd have millions and millions and millions of them all over.
Why can't there be homosexual?
We have
Millions of what? Sorry, I
We'd
didn't
have
understand.
millions of animals. If we don't kill them, well, we would. Of course we would.
It's called
Can I-
natural selection.
Can I ask you something? How do you think why do you think there are billions of animals on Earth in this food system right now? How do they get here? You think they just naturally exist and we kill them?
To breed them.
Genetic modification.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
when we stop breeding them, so when you stop buying them, they'll stop breeding them, and then they'll.
You're never ever going to change people.
I'm trying to change you.
No, but why? She can't change me.
Because you're against animal cruelty.
I have it every day. I have it every day with her. Every meal I have it with her. So
She cares about you, and she knows that you're against animal cruelty. She cares about the animals.
because she cares about me, it's because she's like you. She wants everybody to be a vegan.
So the animals don't get tortured and killed. There's a reason behind it. It's not just her ego talking.
Well, I know it's not her, but
don't
she used to absolutely love me. She used to eat her
did
meat.
I.
Blood.
Me too. Me too.
I know.
I know.
But who's the first one to give her meat?
Exactly. And when I say I'd raise my children, thinking, oh, you can't do that. You raise me to eat meat.
My mum raised me to eat meat too. My mum's a vegan now, though. It took her a couple of years, but she's come around. But she was the first one to give me meat. And she goes, Joey, now that I know what I know, I'm so sorry. Because I didn't know. She wasn't exposed to it. You weren't exposed to it. Your parents probably did it. It's
Yeah.
not to make you feel guilty
Because
about it.
that's all the way we've ever known. Is
But
to
now
eat
you know
meat.
what goes on to animals.
Yeah.
So you're conscious of it now.
Yes,
So-
yeah, I'm conscious of it, but I put my hands up. I enjoy meat.
So do I.
Why?
So did I.
You know what
But
I mean?
not, I want to.
I can't. You can't say
Just because you enjoy something doesn't mean you should do it.
have a piece of steak. But
What's your name?
Me, Heather.
Heather, just because you get pleasure out of an action, if that pleasure causes another being cruelty, trauma, violence, do you think that pleasure justifies that cruelty, trauma, or violence?
No,
Okay.
no,
You're using it tastes good as the excuse. You enjoy the taste.
maybe so, but it's still not going to make me be a vegan.
So what would?
Nothing. No, nothing. I'm not saying
So no
I'm
amount of animal
I'm not
suffering.
I'm not saying down the line to stop eating meat, but I enjoy fish. I don't like awful milk. It's awful. It's like water.
Which one are you talking about?
She has
Soya?
health, right, yeah,
Almond? Almond?
It's awful. Yeah,
Yeah, I
she
prefer
has all
oat milk.
of them.
I
She
prefer
has
oat milk.
all of them. It's awful. I don't like it.
You prefer to drink breast milk from a cow?
Exactly. Are you a baby cow? Are you a
Don't
cow?
even start
breastfeeding?
again. You two, I think you two should swap numbers because you two would get on like an house on fire.
But you seem like a nice person. I mean, I don't think you're evil.
I am a nice
But it
person.
seems like you're trying to avoid responsibility for what you're paying for here. But you're saying you're against animal cruelty. You pay for it to
Well,
happen.
Yeah, and I'm against animal cruelty. Like I said, I won't personally, if you said, go out now and you've got to kill that cow, then I
So
couldn't.
you can't
I
kill the pig
wouldn't
yourself?
Do it, no.
Have you ever looked a pig in the eyes?
Not really, no.
Have you ever hung out with a pig?
No,
You
have
should take it to a sanctuary.
Have you?
Yeah,
Have you?
heaps of times.
Three
Yeah.
times more intelligent than dogs.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying they're not. I'm not saying that they are, and I'm not saying they're not. But I don't want to be friends with Peppa Pig.
Why wouldn't you eat a dog? I want to know why you wouldn't eat a dog. That's what I want to know.
Why wouldn't I eat a dog? Well, I'm not saying I've never ate a dog because I eat Chinese food. So I
don't
got
know,
a
but
Chinese takeaway.
but knowingly.
So how do you know why I ate a dog or a cat?
Where
Let's
do you
just
draw
say.
the line?
Let me ask this. Ask Heather this. Let's just say I have a farm full of dogs that we're farming in exactly the same way that you get your bacon. Exactly the same way. Same slaughterhouse, everything. Would you eat that dog bacon? Factory farm dog bacon.
I don't know because I've never tried it.
But would you have a moral problem with it? Just dogs suffering in a factory farm?
If it were on a packet and it said made by dog, then no, obviously I won't pick it up.
Okay, why?
And buy it.
Why?
Because I've got a dog.
Okay. I don't care. I don't care about that. Dogs are meant to be eaten.
I couldn't eat. No, they're not.
Dogs are here for us
Not
to
a
eat.
dog.
Yeah, they are.
Dog.
Animals are here for us, you said.
Dog. Not a dog.
Okay, so
where do you draw the line then between?
Dogs are pets.
Pigs can be pets.
You don't have cows as a pet.
Right, pigs can be. Yeah, you can. Have you ever been to a sanctuary?
I want a micropig.
You ever been to a sanctuary? Animals living free and happy?
No, yeah, but that's
They're being rescued from factory farms from people who pay for it. People like Heather. Good people that I think you're a nice mother and good person as well in your life. It's just right here, you're doing something that is against your nature. Good person, this is bad. What you're doing, not you. I'm saying what you're doing is bad.
But like I said,
There's such a disconnect though, because you go to the supermarket, it's already pre-packed, you don't see any faces.
And they put the nice green pastures, and you've seen Dominion. We expose these places all the time.
Range, what does that mean? What does that mean?
free range means they haven't been in a cage.
Oh, but they're still being
They're in a shed.
They're running around freely.
No, they keep them in a shed.
Free
Yeah,
range.
but then by the time they get all the free-range eggs, they just throw them onto one conveyor belt, so you don't really know.
What about free range dog? That's cool, eh? Free range dog, cut them up.
You keep going on about
Because
dogs.
you've got a moral problem with
Well, why
dogs.
you keep going on about
Because
dogs?
if you won't eat a dog, why would you eat a pig? They're more intelligent than a dog. They suffer the same. Like, this is a big double standard that you have, and that's why I'm trying to get you to connect the dots. You know, this is a way of you realizing that, hey, I care about dogs, and your dog's probably got a personality. You don't want to boot your dog or hurt the dog or cut the dog's head off and eat the dog.
Do that to my dog.
Yeah, but you pay for it to happen to pigs and cows and chickens and fish every single day.
They don't do that. Not everybody. Not every slaughterhouse.
But most of them do.
Does things like that. And
Most
not
of them do.
every person what works in a slaughterhouse.
Okay, well then get your dog and take it to your favourite slaughterhouse in the world. Take it to the one your husband works at. Take your dog there and then chop them up and eat them. Or someone else's dog even, not even
But
yours.
You're saying that they're kicking them and they're doing this and that, and they don't. Not
all the time. Not all the time, but they always slaughter them.
Yeah, but that's the job, isn't it?
Well, I'm saying
That's the job.
I'm saying you don't have to
This
pay
is
for
your
it.
job here, trying to get everybody to become vegan, right?
To help the
But
animals, yeah?
My husband has to work there for
1 second.
for
You're
wages
paying for it.
us to live, to pay our bills, to pay our rent.
So your money, other meat eaters' money, are causing these slaughterhouses to exist. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if everyone put their money into different products,
Then
you'd have a
my
job
husband
somewhere
has-
else.
but
Yeah. So you're
not
funding these places.
necessarily.
Yeah,
Not
no.
necessarily.
It's a cost supply and
No,
demand.
but not necessarily.
If no one bought meat, why would they need a slaughterhouse?
But it's not going to happen, is it?
That's an appeal to futility. That's a
not.
different story. I'm asking why you
It's
still.
never going to happen, though. But right, I'm going to tell you now, I'll say this to you, what I say to her. By me becoming a vegan,
Yeah.
that won't stop that meat chain just because I have chose not to eat meat anymore.
No, answer that. Because I stop murdering human beings, that won't stop humans being murdered. So maybe I'll just continue murdering human beings. That's exactly the same logic you just used. I don't care what everyone else does in the world. We won't stop killing and raping each other across the world either.
No.
But you don't do it. That's the
No.
point. It's about
No.
you, your accountability. You're responsible for the animals that are being butchered for you. Not what everyone else who's Joe Blow around the corner down the street. I'm talking about Heather right here, right now. You're paying for something you're morally against. And that makes you a hypocrite. You can't avoid being a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite. I
I'm
called
an
myself.
I'm an
I was one for
hypocrite.
ages. I'm
an hypocrite then, if that's what you want. But I am not going to be a vegan. I'm not saying we don't eat meat.
the
as
famous
much
last
as
words
what
of
we
someone.
used to.
You're going to look back at this and you're going to go, I remember when I said I'd never be a vegan.
Mm.
Oh, God, that Joey got me.
Well, I might be 97 when that happened.
1 sec, Heather. Here, let me give you this, and you probably won't read it. You might.
I'll
There's
see you will.
there's a bunch of cool stuff on there.
Yeah.
You know,
well, I know all this
in a takeaway.
anyway.
You know it all.
I do know all this.
You can take it and give it to someone, but
I'll give it
Heather,
to her.
I really like talking to you.
You take care.
Take care. I hope
Okay.
that maybe one day you stop being a hypocrite and start being nice to animals.
And then maybe I might go and have a dog burger.
Yeah, don't. Please don't. Okay, so that was kind of away from the table here, but
Excuse me.
hello.
I need to go get the bus, but I'm like
Hello.
a very big fan.
Ella, Ellie.
Ellie.
Ellie,
Yeah.
nice to meet you, Ellie.
But I need to go get the bus, but I
Okay.
just know who you are.
Oh, cool.
Very
Nice to
inspired.
see you. Nice to see you. Are you a vegan?
Yeah.
You're a vegan. No, that's good. Are you going to school or are you going to work?
Yeah, Notre Dame.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you.
You too. Thank
Nice
you.
to meet you, Ellie.
It's really nice to meet you as
Keep
well.
up the amazing work, okay?
Thank you. You
Take
too.
care. See you later.
Bye.
It was difficult because her daughter was trying to argue as well, but like they've already had that same argument so many times that like it would be better for a fresh perspective there, like because there's something about your family, like your mum is less likely to listen to the daughter. You know, it's just she's taught the daughter, you know, but if it's someone else, like an outside person, like I've got her to admit she's a hypocrite, and I bet you maybe her daughter hasn't even got her to admit that she's a hypocrite. I mean, it didn't seem like. But come and have a discussion, mate.
No.
Nah, you busy? He has to go shopping for a sandwich. Hope it's a vegan sandwich. Should have gave him a pamphlet. Hey, brother, how you going? You want to sit down and chat about it? Okay.
I believe you anyway.
You believe me? You with me? You want to come and have a seat? Discussion?
I just want to say that I'm a very big fan of yours.
Oh, really?
I saw you actually in London a couple of years ago at the London Vegan March.
Oh, awesome. What's your name?
Will.
Will.
Yeah.
Good to meet you, Will.
How you doing?
Not too. We had a discussion before with the man, and it was great. And yeah, we're just looking for more. Trying to get as much activism done as possible.
Anyway, nice one. I shall
Nice to see you, Will.
leave
Take
you to
care.
work. Good luck, and I look forward to seeing this on YouTube.
Definitely, mate. Ta. Take care.
I eat what's being put on my plate. That's respect, you know what I mean? So if my mum's putting meat on my plate, I'm obviously going to eat it.
Out of respect for your mum.
Out of respect for anyone. Like if someone put meat on my plate, I'm going to eat it.